Colaba is where I fell in love with Mumbai. We used to hang around at the restaurants and pubs there and would often pass by Ling's Pavilion, but in those days thought it would be too expensive to go in. 15 years later, a food blogger friend of mine took me to Ling's Pavilion for the first time. I was mesmerized by what I ate that afternoon, which was so different from what I was used to in local Chinese restaurants. Ling's became my favorite restaurant in Mumbai. I went back to Ling's with my wife and then with my friends, and everyone I took there was as besotted by Ling's as I was. Over my visits to Ling's, I got to know the owners and learnt about the history of the family behind Ling's, who came to Mumbai from China 70 years back and started a restaurant called Nanking. A few years before it closed, they opened up Ling's Pavilion about 25 years back. And that is where I'm going to take you today, and we are going to get to know the secret behind Ling's Pavilion. So this is the tough part. I've placed the order, I know what's coming, and now waiting for the food. There's something on the food in Ling's which makes us come all the way from Bandra to Colaba. Hey Sujay, hi.
Here's your stew pork, sir, mushroom and tofu. And here's your yum crab with salt and pepper, sir.
No, that looks beautiful.
Here we have lots of greens with some seafood, right? A pan-fried noodles.
I love the pan-fried noodles, thank you. People often ask me that we are going to Ling's and what should we order. People often ask me on my Twitter handle, Finely Chopped, that what should we order over there. So, you know what I did once was I did this curated meal where I got people over and ordered some of my favorite dishes and then did a blog post about that. So here's what I suggest. When you come to Ling's, you should first look for either Baba Ling or his brother Nini Ling and ask them what are the day's specials, because they often make very special dishes for Chinese guests. So you can try out new stuff over there. That apart, what I suggest is that as a starter, go for the salt and pepper prawns, because they're really nice and bouncy and you get the flavor of the prawns, and it's a very delectably spiced dish. Go for the pork soupy dumplings, because that's very nice. It's like an open dumpling and you add a mix of vinegar, soy and wine to it. So it's almost like a Chinese pork pani puri. Doesn't get any better than that. When it comes to the mains, again talking of pork, I like this dish a lot, which is the pork belly. You have two types of pork bellies here. There's the sunrise pork belly, which my friend Rahul really likes. It's made with Chinese cabbage. I like the stewed pork belly because it comes with bean curd, which is tofu, and shiitake mushrooms, and the pork belly is really cooked till it's very nice and soft and succulent. Sometimes when I'm feeling in the mood to splurge, I go in for the crab, which is expensive, but I feel that in Bombay, this is the place you should come for crabs, because they have this dish called salt and pepper crabs, which is what I've ordered. And that is really all about bringing the flavors of the crab out. It's not like a Malwani or Mangalorean place where it's more about the masalas, but it's more about the flavor of the crab, and that's what I really like. They also make a very nice Pompfret here, or a garupa. Chili garlic is a nice preparation. The Pompfret gets a bit expensive, but you can ask for a smaller portion. Or if you're on a budget and you want to order more carefully, go for the basa, because this is one of the few places where they make the basa really well, and they put in a fair amount of flavor into it. When it comes to mains, I like this dish, which is the pan-fried noodles, because the noodles has a very nice crunch to it. You can see the slight redness which has come out of the crunch. You can get various combinations. The combination I like is prawns with Chinese greens. It also gives me a feeling of eating some healthy food. The other dish which I really like, which I've not ordered today, is the mixed meat rice, which my friend Shomik once told me about. And that's got a very lovely combination of meats and prawns and eggs in it. And unlike the fried rices in Indian Chinese restaurants in Mumbai, which are white and tasteless and you need a side dish, the mixed meat rice in Ling's has a lot of flavor in it, and it can, like a Chinese dish across the world, be a one-dish meal. So this is what I would suggest. But once again, do come in and ask either Baba Ling or Nini Ling what's the day's special, because they can often surprise you with something really, really interesting.
So he opened the first restaurant in 1945.
Is that Nanking?
Yeah, Nanking. And with God's blessing, from that day till today we are on.